Hey, it's Nasty Ronnie from Nasty Savage, and you're here right now because you don't want to go anywhere besides Brutally Delicious Podcast. This is the place to tune in to support. Don't ever miss it because it's what's happening in heavy metal today.
The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
70,000 tons of metal.
The original, the world's biggest heavy metal cruise. 60 bands, 4 days, one cruise ship, only 3,000 tickets.
From Miami, Florida to Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
January 30th to February 3rd, 2025. 5 days and 4 nights mingling side by side with your favorite artists in this incredible fan-friendly scenario that has no comparison.
Go to 70,000tons.com and book your ticket
Now.
Hello.
Hey, man, what's happening?
I
Can you see me? Wait, there we go.
Yeah, now I can. How you doing?
Good, brother. Where are you at? Where are you located?
I'm in Richmond, Virginia right now, but I lived in St. Pete for about 12 years. You guys are from what, Brandon, I saw?
Yeah, Brandon.
Nice. Yeah.
Right outside
Big
of
scene.
Tampa.
Yeah. I remember when we built Brandon Mall.
Yeah, I don't live far from that.
Interesting. And I really love that you guys did this at Mara Sound.
Oh man, it was back where it all began.
I've never been to the new facility, but I've done some other stuff. I've done some stuff in the old one. You know, when it was more downtown Tampa.
This is their third location.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. So I recorded in all three, luckily.
Legendary.
Yeah, it's pretty killer. So where are you at again?
I'm in Richmond, Virginia right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. And then what's your platform?
We're on the Evergreen Podcast Network, but it's all, anywhere you can get your podcasts or whatever.
Awesome. And what's the name of your show?
Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Awesome. I love it. Brutally Delicious. Oops, damn it. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Worries at all. Yeah.
All right.
You're right. Talk about
So
Go ahead.
I've got plenty of time, so if whatever you want to do, I'm okay with it. I'm not on a timeline or nothing.
Okay. Yeah, we try and keep these to 15, 20 minutes. People lose interest really quick, so just go down that road. But
all right, man. Brutally Delicious.
Listening to the new record. I'm listening to the first track on it, and Devil in High Heels, or Satan in High Heels, Devil Dog is so, that sunk into my head in the first second.
Devil Doll Delirium. Satan in High Heels, Devil Doll Delirium. Satan in High Heels, Devil Doll Man, those are just some cool words I had. And I said, I got to get this in a song somehow. And when I wrote Jeopardy Room, I said, it's going to be a Jeopardy Room. Satan in High Heels, Devil Doll Delirium. Man, how many chicks have you thought were just Satan, man? It just ruined people's lives, or someone who thought they were a chick and wasn't a chick. I mean, it doesn't matter, man. It's that jeopardy that you feel, man, from maybe a high heel in the back or something. You never know, man.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I've put that on him. Those lyrics sucked me right in, and I was with that record the rest of the time. That's a good old school brashy Florida record, right?
Well, it's just 20 years after our last album, 40 years of Nasty Savage, and it's pretty euphoric that you're able to do a new album again and have an opportunity again to go back in your youth or maintain the mayhem, and I'm a word man, not a bird man, so I'm going to write some twisted stories. They're going to be reality, man. It's almost like if you look at Facebook, you see love and hate, you see birth, you see death, you see joy and sorrow. You know, it's life, man. It's stuff that we relate to. I've had a chance to live life. Hell, I'm in the fourth quarter of life. Hell yeah, I'm in the Jeopardy room, brother.
That's so funny. Yeah, but and it's I don't know how it is, but I've talked to a lot of people lately, and people our age. I'm assuming we're somewhere around the same age, but there's no time limit on like being a metal musician, right? You don't time out of this. There's lots of people still making relevant death metal, thrash metal, whatever heavy metal in the world, and they're doing it at our ages. It's pretty cool.
Well, you just got to do what's in your heart and your passion, and really don't worry about anybody else. Try to get in this clique or that clique. You know, it's just going to tie you up into something. Nasty Savage has always been, on our own playing field, and sometimes it might have hurt us, or either love it or hate it, but that's all we ever knew, man. So when we were able to do a new album, I had four new members that weren't even on the last album, and we have one thing we do have is history and longevity of old school metal. We were the first wave of Tampa Bay. We started this. Bands like Obituary, Deicide, Morbid Angel, and Death. They were inspired by us. So when they saw what we were doing and heard what we were doing, they had nothing else to do but take it to a whole nother level, and that's how that death metal thing started. And I'm proud of that, man, that we were maybe a visionary at the time, but those guys all went on to be even bigger than we ever were. And I'm proud of that too. But, I'm actually looking at that third wave. Who's the next band? You got to work hard to get somewhere in life. And it's been a really cool ride, watching the explosion of Tampa, Morris sound, death metal, heavy metal, thrash metal, and continuing that legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just have something to do with Nasty Savage, but based on your experience and what you just said, what do you recommend, or what advice would you give to the younger generation making this kind of music and getting into the business?
Well, right now it's a lot easier with social media and all the platforms, and sometimes I think because of that, people tend to be lazy. You got to get out. You still got to put flyers on telephone poles and pass them out, and have that passion of your band to guerrilla market. You can't don't just think Facebook's going to do it. Bottom line is put some guys together, or girls, whatever, together, who are on the same wavelength, and they have a dream, they have a vision, they have a goal. Go out and do it. Get off your ass and make something happen. It's not going to just jump in your lap. You got to go out, create a buzz, man. Go show a club owner or a record company, whoever, that you can fill up a room, that you can get these people to be maniacs when you're playing, that they will buy your merchandise, make a demo, sell it, show that you're marketable, man. And working hard, there's nothing wrong with working hard in life, man. If you want to do my business, I publish magazines and I produce TV shows. So I'm a communicator with all my people, but I want them to come in early and stay late. I don't want them to come in late and go home early. I want people who have my back. And that's all about passion and, being motivated to produce. Producers fly with eagles and don't deal with turkeys. And if you stay in that realm with common sense, you're probably going to be all right.
Fair enough. So going back to Nasty Savage, then Jeopardy Room's been out about 3 weeks. What's been the response to it so far?
Well, it's been very positive, and I'm really happy with that, because we did a few things, to make it, people associate with it. Here I am holding this flag of Nasty Savage 20 years later, and I'm the only guy that's still in the band. It's like I did create the band, but the concept and all. But so here I am. I said I had to load some firepower, man, with the great guys we have in the band, who are the great guitarists, Dave Orman and Pete Sykes, and Jim on the drums, Jim Coker. Kyle Sokol came in on bass. So we had a band. So we wrote some songs we put it out, but I had to associate some, so I found the Vandekar artwork. He's been dead for 35 years, so I was able to go back to the house and find his grandson who had the canvas as a Vandekar. We went back to Morris Sound Recording Studio and where it all began. So when OG Savage fans from the old days heard that, and they go, "Oh yeah, Morris Sound, Nasty Savage, Vandekar art, yeah," people associated with that. Then we had to just deliver the music. I had Fred Dregish, our original bass player, get involved, and I had him write the intro, Invocations, to bring that back in play, and another thing to talk about. And the other thing I wanted to do when I was doing the deal for the record guy, I said, Frank, we're gonna redo Witch's Sabbath from the demo tape, and I'm gonna get the Obituary guys to be on this song, and they're gonna be a part of this. He goes, "Oh, Ron, that would be great." And he's from Germany. It's a German record label, FHM. Frank believed in us, man. He's a Savage fan, and he was working with a band here in Brandon called Siren, friends of mine. And I said, you know what? Let's just do a Savage record. And we put a timeline on it. I got to tell my guys, we're going to do an album. We're not procrastinating. We really have something we have to do. So we wrote these songs. We put them out. We got it all done within a year. And we got to go to Germany to celebrate 40 years and the release of the album. Because Frank, it was all planned to be released at Keep It True in Germany. So it was just amazing, man. It's like, wow, 20 years ago we did an album, Psycho Psycho, and it's just amazing. I got to say, man, we lost Curtis Beeson, our original drummer, right when the storm hit a few weeks ago here in Florida. And God rest his soul and rest in peace, Curtis. You fought like a dog, man. You're such a fighter, a shark in the water with a brain tumor for 11 years, off and on. He was in and out of hospitals, but man, he was always a fighter. And God bless you, Curtis. I'm sorry we lost him.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. But are you guys planning on taking this out on the road then? Or is that like not a viable option, especially being, our ages or whatever?
Yeah, our ages, it's not like we're the Energizer Bunny anymore. We're going to run, 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 run.
Right.
We're going to be methodical. We're going to be systematic. We have shows scheduled. I got about probably 5 shows right now we're going to be doing the next few months, including South America, down in El Salvador and Costa Rica. We're playing a couple of shows with Left to Die, Terry Butler and Rick Ross, some old buddies of mine, some legends. It's so cool to be back doing stuff. And so, we're taking it day by day. We've got guys calling from LA, Detroit. We got, man, there's so many other things that were happening. So we're some international shows. But we just got to take it day by day. I'm talking to a few booking agencies who are trying to book us, and things hopefully will all work out. But right now, we're just taking it step by step. We have a show coming up with called Swarm Fest in Tampa Bay here this month, and in January we're playing with Venom Inc. and Deicide in Mount Dora, Florida. So the Energizer Bunny's not running, but we're modulating.
Remodulating. I like that. And what do you
Hey,
have?
and if there's any promoters out there that are interested in getting us, just give us a call, man. I'm easy to contact.
Fair enough. And so what's next for you guys then? Are you going to be doing more singles? I know the album's out now. Are you one of those bands that is continuously writing, or how do you go about your next plan?
And the kind of like the same answer as the last one. It's like methodically, step by step. We really aren't writing right now because I think when we have a green light to go, then we'll really be more productive. I think the guys are always writing and always playing their guitars and stuff. And I already have a ton of titles that I'll narrow down and words to go with titles. And I put them in these volumes of works that I have because I'm a word man, not a bird man. And, so I really relish that. I'm always collecting phrases and words and rhymes and powerful statements like in Southern Fried Homicide, man. Says joy and sorrow today and tomorrow. What greater crime than the loss of time? I mean, let that sink in, man. Joy and sorrow today and tomorrow. What greater crime than the loss? Make the most of your day, guys. If you're starting that band we talked about earlier, make it happen. If you're working for somebody, make it happen. Give value. Because if you're in your love life, your relationships with your kids, your mom, your family, make it all work, man, because we're only here for a short time. Let's celebrate it. It's amazing when you think about creativity and writing new music, but you write it for yourself, and you just hope other people will dig it. And I think we made some strides to make it more almost accessible to more younger generations now of metal. And people want old school again. They want to research. They want to learn. It's an exciting time when I talk to these young kids at 22 and they've got an old school soul, man. I mean, it's really cool that maybe we did make a difference somehow.
Interesting. And if
Hell
that's
yeah.
interesting to think about, because, I mean, we must have made a difference. We must have made, some sort of, or like you said, you got the ball rolling or ignited that spark. And I think you're right. People go back, especially in this sort of genre, this sort of music, you kind of find their entryway to, a Nasty Savage record. And then you go back and then you start researching and go, whoa, that's where it all began.
Well, the coolest thing to me is before I even got in the band, I started really getting into new wave British metal that was coming over, like Angel Witch, Holocaust, and of course all them Iron Maiden singles with Paul Di'Anno, and all that stuff. And then it was all coming in, and you just take it all in, and shit, I forgot where I was going with that answer. But you take it all in, and then you create your own stuff. But with death metal came in, all of a sudden Venom came out, and then it's Possessed, and then the death metal stuff happened. We just tried to stay current, but it all inspired me to do what we do.
That's excellent. And if fans want to find Nasty Savage, can you give us all your socials, information, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, they could go to Nasty Savage Band on Instagram. There's nastysavage.com. There is we have a cool for like-minded people. It's a Nasty Savage group, Facebook group called Nasty Savage Metal Nights. You can go there and get on board. You could send photos and write reviews and share stories of like-minded people. And there's also Nasty Savage Wage of Mayhem on Facebook. But I remember what I was going to say now. I got into the music and stuff, and then I got into these bands and like Kiss or Ozzy and, all these bands that we'd want to go meet, or AC/DC, or was it Maiden and Priest. We'd go to the hotels and we'd wait till they got out of their bus, and we'd have the records in our hand, and we'd say, "Could you please sign this, man?" Or after their show, we'd be back there too, and they'd take a moment to talk to us and sign our records, man, or the Kerrang magazine or whatever I had. And I just thought, man, these are really cool guys, and that's why we love them. They just made my day, and that's why we went out and bought more of their product. And that's what I want to do. Anytime I have a chance to take a moment and make someone's day that's a real fan, that knows the knowledge and the history, and they're just a fan, man. I'd really like to make their day. And because I know they're going to go home and go, man, dude, that dude is cool as hell. Because we're all just the same people. Because it doesn't matter what country you're from. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't even matter who you vote for, man. It's like we come together for a common thing, and it's called heavy metal music. And it's an unbelievable power that we can all do kind things for others. And metal people are loyal, and they support. They're great people, and of all walks of life, from blue collar to white collar. There's corporate people. It's all about people and the power of people, and that's what Nasty Savage is about more than ever in 2024. Is exciting, fun. And when I'm on stage, man, I want to take people on a trip, man, like a roller coaster ride of emotion. I want to burn images in their brain when they see Nasty Savage, because the rhythm will set you free. And when I hear the music, it just makes me do what I do. It's all about the music, don't get me wrong. But the Wage of Mayhem will soon come to your town. And when it does, you don't want to miss it. But for right now, get inside the Jeopardy room, because it's hard to get out of it, because you're going to try to get out of one door and you might be in schizoid platform, where you go down that spiral staircase and you're going to be at schizoid platform, or it's going to be the sixth finger, Operation Annihilate. But when you get there to that one door and you can't get out of the Aztec elegance, oh man, or you might get your brain washed with brainwasher. Take it all in, man. Enjoy it and make the most of it all.
Awesome. My friend, I appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, man, thank you very much. If you want to just share that stuff to our platforms, or if you want to share it on that, get in, become a member, just sign up. You get approved easily, and then we can share your stuff on our platforms as well.
Awesome. You have a wonderful day, my friend.
Hey man, keep up the great work. Thank you so much.
Cheers. All right.
All right, man. Bye.